federal government approved 1.9 trillion naira for the reconstruction of 44 federal roads to NNPCL. The KOGI state government appeals to LOKOJA residents to exercise patience over the lingering water scarcity. JACINDA ARDERN, New Zealand Prime Minister, to step down next month ahead of the election. Seven-time African champions, the Flying Eagles, will take on their Zambia counterparts in 2 friendly games in Abuja. This is the MLC TV Global News reaching you live from the city of LOKOJA, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Matthias Ayodeji Peter. Good day and thanks for joining us. The federal government has approved a proposal by the Ministry of Works and Housing for the reconstruction of 44 federal roads, totaling over 4,000 kilometers in length at a cost of 1.9 trillion naira, to be handled by Nigeria National Petroleum Commission Limited. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Office of the Vice President, Laolu Akonde, who briefed journalists on behalf of the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, disclosed this to State House correspondents after the weekly Federal Executive Council FEC meeting presided by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, on Wednesday. According to him, Council approved the recommendation to invest in the reconstruction of selected federal roads by the federal government, road infrastructure development, and refurbish investment tax credit policy, Phase 2 by the Nigeria National Petroleum Commission and its subsidiaries. He said following the issuance of requisite full business case FBC, compliance certificate by Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, FEC has approved 25 years concessions for the 9 road corridors under the pilot phase of the Highway Development and Management Initiative. He said the roads that will be under this phase are the Benin-Asaba Corridor, Abuja LOKOJA Onitsha Owerri Aba, Shagamu Bini, Abuja Kefia Kwanga Lafia Makurdi Kano Maiduguri, Enugu Port Harcourt, Lagos Ota Abeokuta, and Lagos Badagry Seme. He said the Works and Housing Ministry also got Council's approval for the augmentation of contracts for the rehabilitation of the Osogbo-Ilesha Road Phase 1, Ilesha-Osogbo in Osun State, in favor of Messrs Horizon Construction Company, in the sum of 1.2 billion naira, thereby revising the subsisting contract sum from 3 billion to 4 billion naira, representing an increase of 33% of the original sum. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, will not be retiring when he turns 60 on March 1st, 2023, the Minister of Police Affairs, Mohammed Dinyadi, said on Wednesday. Dinyadi's comment followed concerns about the IGP's possible retirement amidst the 2023 elections. Baba turned 60 on March 1st, 2023. Responding to a question on whether or not the IGP would retire at 60 like other civil servants, Dinyadi said by the provision of the Police Act 2020, the IG is now supposed to have a kind of 4 years period, and the President has already given him a letter of appointment in that regard. Dinyadi also revealed that the Federal Executive Council approved a draft bill for an act to establish Nigerian Police Force College, training schools and institutions. He said the legislation would only give legal backing to about 20 existing training institutions nationwide rather than build new ones. The KOGI State Commissioner for Water Resources, Abdul Momuni Danga, has appealed to LOKOJA residents to exercise patience over the lingering water scarcity in the confluent city. Danga made a plea in LOKOJA. The Commissioner said that the shortage of water supply was due to the huge damage to their mechanical and electrical equipment by the 2022 floods at the Ganaja Waterworks. According to him, the whole equipment was submerged and damaged by the floods that ravaged the state and the country. He explained that Governor Yaya Bello had since given an approval for the replacement of those equipments, saying that arrangements were in top gears to bring them into the country. The Commissioner said that the delay experienced was due to the festive season. Danga noted that as palliative measure, the government had done some repairs at the old LOKOJA Waterworks for water supply to some parts of the state. The old waterworks is currently supplying water to nearby communities of Kabawa, Karaworo, Ipata, Cantonment, Megiri Palace, and traditional areas of the confluent city. He therefore appealed to the residents to be patient with the state government, saying they are doing everything possible to make water available across the confluent city within the shortest possible time. In its bids to ensure total child development, the Ondo State government has extended the maternity leave period for its female workers from 3 months to 6 months. The State Head of Service, Kayode Ogundele, disclosed this while receiving members of the Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA, Ondo State Chapter, in his office in Akure, the state capital. Pastor Ogundele said the move was to build a society where children enjoy the required maternity care, which, according to medical experts, should be exclusive in the first 6 months. He explained that it will afford mothers the opportunity to be more focused and productive when they resume work, stating that all the initial child-raising challenges would have been addressed sufficiently during the leave period. According to him, other efforts of the Akeredolu-led government geared towards a better society for women include the recent setting up of the Agency for the Protection Against Gender Violence, in addition to the full-fledged Ministry of Women Affairs to address women and children-related issues. He lauded the complementary roles of FIDA to ameliorate the plight of women and children in the society. He pledged his office continued strides to ensure female lawyers and other categories of officers get whatever is due to them in the service of Ondo State. Earlier in her remarks, the state chairperson of FIDA, Catherine Ogunjebi, advocated for the abolition of some seeming encumbrances in administration of maternity leave for female civil servants irrespective of their marital status. Ogunjebi also used the occasion to clamor for the elevation of female lawyers in the service of the state to the position of permanent secretaries. Now on politics, the Lagos State government has declared a 4-day work-free day for public servants to enable them collect their permanent voters card at their respective local government, local council development areas in the state. The head of service, Akim Muri Okonla, who confirmed the development in the circular issued on Wednesday, said the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, graciously approved the work-free day for the public servants. He explained that the work-free day would commence on Tuesday, January 24, and end on Friday, January 27, 2023, for different grades levels of workers in the public service. Muri Okonla said that all public servants who are yet to collect their permanent voters card from the designated INEC centers are encouraged to do so before Sunday, January 29, 2023, as it is a civic responsibility to vote. Students of DDMA's college in Kemta, Odede local government area of Ogun State have pleaded with their parents and other residents of the state to vote and give massive support to second-term aspiration of Governor Dapo Abiodun. The students, led by a GSS2 female pupil, Oluyemi Odutola, made a plea on behalf of all the students in the state on Wednesday during the commissioning of Kemta Somori Road, which leads to their school premises. Young Odutola, while speaking on behalf of others, asked their parents and all other people in Ogun State to vote massively for Prince Dapo Abiodun. The students hinged their call on what they describe as an excellent performance of the governor. The governor had on Wednesday continued his campaign for second term with the inauguration of the 5-kilometer Somori Kemta Idiaba Road in Odede local government area of the state. Speaking at the event, he said Kemta, apart from benefiting from the road, also has the first housing estate built by his administration cited in the axis, saying with this project, the area would witness an upsurge in commercial activities. While commending the traditional rulers in Odede local government for maintaining peace in their domains, the governor promised that his administration would not stop until all access roads are put in good condition, calling on the people to vote for him to continue his good works. The Olu of Kemta, Oba Kikiola Tejoso, said the bad condition of the road affected the economic activities of the people, as many man-hours were lost in the process of maneuvering the bad portion that littered the roads, adding that more than 40 communities are also benefiting from the road. The Borno State Ministry of Education has declared an 8-day holidays for schools across the state ahead of the forthcoming 2023 general elections. In a letter signed by the Director of Schools Management, Ministry of Education, Borno State, Mustafa Umara, explained that the holiday would allow eligible staff and students to exercise their civic rights. He stated that the 8 days holiday is slated between Thursday, February 23 to Wednesday, March 1, 2023 for Presidential and National Assembly elections, and Thursday, March 9 to Wednesday, March 15, 2023 for Governorship and State Assembly elections. Umara urged all schools to strictly comply with this addendum. We'll go on a short break now. We'll be right back. Don't stay with us.
Remember, February 2023 is the general election where you will have the opportunity to elect a new president, governors, national and state assembly members to pilot the affairs of Nigeria for another 4 years. Visit INEC office to get your PVC, which is your power to elect credible leaders. Say no to electoral violence. Say no to vote buying. Say no to thuggery before, during, and after the elections. This message is brought to you by MLC TV.
Yeah. Don't sleep, wake up.
2023 holds a lot for Nigerians and the world at large. This February, the general elections will be happening live. Nigerians will be deciding new set of leaders. What are on their minds? What are the candidates up to in securing your votes? Will this election mark a new high for free and fair elections? All these and more are all up for discussion at the political arena. So, watch out.
Welcome back. On foreign, Jacinda Ardern has announced she will quit as New Zealand Prime Minister ahead of this year's election, saying she no longer has enough in the tank to lead. Ardern choked up as she detailed how 6 challenging years in the job has taken a toll. Labour Party members of Parliament will vote to find a replacement on Sunday. The shock announcement comes as polling indicates the party faces a difficult path to re-election on the 14th October. Ardern, who is 42 years old, said she had taken time to consider her future over the summer break, hoping to find the heart and energy to go on in the role, but unfortunately she hasn't, and would be doing a disservice to New Zealand to continue, she told reporters on Thursday. Ardern will step down by 7th February. If no would-be successor garnered the support of 2/3 of the party room, the vote will go to Labour-led membership. Ardern became the youngest female head of government in the world when she was elected Prime Minister in 2017, aged 37. The German finance minister told reporters that the country will no longer depend on Russian imports for its energy supply. Christian Lindner said Germany had completely diversified its energy infrastructure since Russia's invasion of Ukraine last year. Following the invasion, Russia turned off the gas taps to Europe, leading to fears of blackouts this winter, but Germany had found new sources of energy. He said, yes, Germany is still dependent on energy imports, but today not from Russian imports, but from global markets. Germany previously imported around half of its gas from Russia and more than 1/3 of its oil, but Russia cut off the country's gas supply in August. While Germany halted Russia's oil imports at the start of the year, in its race to find alternative sources of energy, the country has reopened coal-fired power plants, delayed plans to shut down its 3 remaining nuclear power plants, and pushed to increase capacity to store natural gas imported from other countries such as Norway and the United States. At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Lindner pointed to the speed with which a new liquefied natural gas terminal had been built in Germany. In a record of around 8 months, he said. More infrastructure investments were planned, he added. He said this is only one example of the enormous change in Germany's policy. Let's now join Jonah Malik for our sports update.
And on sports updates, 7-time African champions Flying Eagles will take on their Zambian counterparts in 2 friendly games in Abuja as part of their preparation for this year's African Under-20 Cup of Nations. The tour has been confirmed following a request letter from the Nigerian Football Federation on January 13th, which met with the ready acceptance of the Football Association of Zambia. Through a letter, FAO's General Secretary Adrian Kashala said the Zambian football ruling body approved the proposal. The proposal for the tour includes FAO's flying the junior Chipolo Polo to Nigeria, while the NFF will bear the cost of accommodation, feeding and other logistics for the Zambian delegations. The 2 matches will take place on Friday, January 27 and Monday, January 30th. Still on sports, former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou has revealed that he wants to face either Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury in a boxing ring following his release from the MMA division. The 35-year-old is currently a free agent after he failed to agree terms on a new deal with UFC. Ngannou has not competed inside the cage since UFC 270 last January when he defended the heavyweight title against Cyril Gane. Ngannou made an appearance on MMA Fighting's The MMA Hour earlier this week to discuss his next possible move. Ngannou said Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua would be his first ideal opponent. However, John Jones' advisor Richard Sheffer doesn't think that would be a good idea. Protests have intensified in India after a top Indian athlete accused the Chief of Wrestling Federation of India (WFI) and other coaches of sexually harassing women wrestlers for years. Venus Fogart has alleged that at least 10 women wrestlers confessed to her that they were sexually exploited by WFI President Brij Bhushan Sai. She made the allegations during a protest held against WFI in capital Delhi on Wednesday, but Sai has denied the allegations. Fogart and other women athletes said they would not compete in the international tournament unless Sai was removed from the post. They have also refused to call down their protest until the government addressed their concern. On Wednesday, India's Sports Ministry sought a response to the allegations from WFI within 3 days. One of the most decorated women wrestlers of India, Fogart, has won medals at the World Championships, Commonwealth Games and Asian Games. At the protest held at the Jantar Mantar Heritage Site on Wednesday, Fogart alleged that some of the WFI coaches appointed at National Training Camp has been sexually harassing women wrestlers for years. Fogart says she personally had not faced any harassment but alleged receiving death threats from officials close to Sai, a charge he denied. Since Wednesday, several other wrestlers have spoken up against WFI and Sai. And that's sports updates on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thanks, Jonah. And on entertainment, on Wednesday, 18th January 2023, Wizkid took to his Instagram page to make a shocking announcement that he will be going on tour with fellow megastar Davido. In the post on his Instagram story, Wizkid stated that after my More Love Less Ego tour, Davido and I are going on tour, save your coins, and no one yet pim. The announcement comes as a surprise as fans never saw it coming. Recall that Wizkid postponed the release of his 5th album, More Love Less Ego, following the loss of Davido's son. The gesture was applauded by fans who admired the show of respect and support. The announcement has sent fans into hysteria as they eagerly look forward to a joint performance from 2 of Africa's biggest acts. Wizkid and Davido famously shared the stage at Wizkid's 2017 December concert, where he brought Davido out as a special guest to perform Fire. The cost of seeing Wizkid and Davido together is surely not going to be cheap, as Wizkid has advised fans to save their coins. At any rate, a joint tour from the two will be a historic moment for Nigerians and African music. Medical doctor and everyone's favorite Instagram doctor, Chinoso Egemba, popularly known as Aproko Doctor, has revealed that he had a brief battle with a brain tumor. The social media influencer shared this via his social media page, stating that he battled for his life throughout December last year. According to Egemba, he was diagnosed on December 5th and went partially blind not long after. Egemba shared a video detailing the experience and the surgery he had to undergo. The doctor, who is widely loved for his entertaining ways of sharing health tips, revealed that he underwent brain surgery in Nigeria, and it was a neurosurgeon, Dr. Tayo Ojo, who operated on him. And that's the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter at MLC TV 1. For event coverage, information, contributions, adverts and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturdays to watch our special programs. It's Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Please go get your PVCs from INEC office or your wards, because this is your power to elect credible leaders and your civic responsibility. Your PVC is your power to vote good leaders that will lead us for the next 4 years. I am Matthias Ayodeji Peter. Thanks for watching. Till I come your way tomorrow.